So what's going on, guys? It's Muzz Gaming here again, and today I am doing a FIFA 15 for the Manchester United squad potential ratings. So here you go. First up is David De Gea. I've put his diving as +2, his reflexes have stayed the same, his handling +5, his speed has stayed the same, his kicking has gone up by 1, and his positioning has gone up by 2. So now I've put his overall to 83. Next up is the right midfielder Nani. We haven't seen much of him last season, so this is what I gave him. His pace is decreased by 2. His dribbling has stayed the same. His shot has decreased by 2. His defending has stayed the same. His passing has plus by 2. And his heading is decreased by 3. So this time I've gave him an overall of 79. Also with Nani, I believe he won't be at Manchester United at the end of the season, because I do believe he will be at Juventus because of the swap with Vidal. So next in the cam position we have Tom Cleverley, the shitster of all shitsters, and I've decreased his pace by 4, I've decreased his dribbling by 5, kept his shot the same, I've decreased his defending by 1, decreased his passing by 4, and decreased his heading by 2. So I've gave him the overall of 76, and I hope Manchester United sell him. So yeah. Next up in the right back position is Raphael. I've increased his pace by 1, I've increased his dribbling by 2, I've kept his shot the same, I've increased his defending by 2, increased his passing by 3, and increased his heading by 1, and I've given the overall of 78. Next up in the left back position is Luke Shaw, and I can't wait to see him in action. So here we go. I've kept his pace the same, I've increased his dribbling by 1, I've kept his shot the same, I've increased his defending by 2, kept his passing the same, and I've increased his heading by 2, and I gave him the overall of 72. Next up in the cam position we have Kagawa, and I think Manchester United should sell him because he hasn't been performing very well. So here we go. I've decreased his pace by 1, I've kept his dribbling the same, and I've decreased his shot by 1, and I've kept all the rest the same. And I gave him the overall of 82. Next up in the centre forward position is Wayne Rooney. I've kept his pace the same, his dribbling the same, I've decreased his shot by 1, I've increased his defending by 3, his passing by 3, and his heading by 1. And I've kept him 87 overall. Next up in the striker position is Van Persie. I've increased his pace by 2, I've kept his dribbling the same, I've kept his shot the same, I've decreased his defending by 1, I've kept his passing the same, and I've increased his heading by 3 because of that belly flop header in the World Cup. And I've kept Van Persie's overall as 89. Next up we have Phil Jones, and I've decreased his pace by 1, I've kept his shooting and dribbling the same, and I've increased his defending by 3, his passing by 1, and his heading by 3, and I've gave him the overall of 80. Next up in the striker position we have Hernandez. I've decreased his pace by 1, I've kept his dribbling and shooting the same, I've decreased his defending by 2, and I've increased his passing by 1 and his heading by 1, and I've given the overall of 82. Next up in the centre mid position we have the shitster Fellaini. I've decreased his pace by 3, his defending by 4, I've kept his shooting the same, and I've increased his defending by 1, his passing by 1, and his heading by 2, and I've kept him the overall of 81. Last but not least, in the left mid position we have Januzaj. I've kept his pace the same, I've increased his dribbling by 1, his shot by 4, and I've kept his defending the same, I've increased his passing by 4, and I've kept his heading the same, and I've given him an overall of 73. So finally, in the cam position we have Juan Mata. I've kept his pace and dribbling the same, I've increased his shot by 2, I've kept his defending the same, I've increased his passing by 3, and I've kept his heading the same, and I've given him an overall of 87. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and enjoy your day, guys.